She got you wet.
What's up, everybody? Paul here from Salute the Outdoors. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about youth archery and this youth bow that we found, doing a review on it, and just telling you how amazing that it is. So our kiddo turned 8 a few months ago, and he's wanted to get into hunting, forever. He's been on a lot of hunts with us. He was when I shot my pronghorn, this guy actually right here, with my bow about 8 years ago now. My wife was pregnant. I shot him in early August in Colorado, and my wife was pregnant. That video is on our channel as well. But long story short, archery hunting is super important to me, along with all things outdoors. I believe in the mental health aspect of getting outdoors and how it can benefit us from the greater good of being a person, and just having more respect for conservation, the outdoors, wildlife that we have to coexist on this planet with. So without further ado, jump into it. So we got a smoking deal on this bow. We actually found it at Walmart. It was a ready to shoot kit, which differs from a ready to hunt kit in a couple different ways, and we'll talk about that as we go through. But it is a Bear Scout. You can see it on there, the Bear Scout. Some awesome things about this bow. So before we get into too much more, I'll kind of cover, before I do any more on the actual bow, we didn't do an unboxing on this. We actually picked it up a few days ago after Christmas, and the bow itself was awesome, ready to go out of the box, but we picked it up late in the afternoon, and this time of year, not a whole lot of sunlight in the afternoon, so kiddo wanted to shoot. Needless to say, we skipped the unboxing video, but we do have the exterior packaging. This is just a sleeve. The box was inside this sleeve where everything came out of, but some awesome features about this particular product is that the draw length will go from 14 inches to 28 inches. Our kiddo stands about 45, 46 inches tall, and his draw length is set at 17 inches right now. He could probably go up to 18. However, I'm trying to teach him good, proper form, and having a little bit longer draw length is a little harder for the little guys to get good technique and good holding placement as they draw the bow. So we opted for a little bit shorter. Unfortunately, this bow only goes in 1 inch intervals, but it has the ability to go all the way up to a 28 inch draw length, which happens to be my draw length. The axle to axle is 28 inches. The draw weight is a little deceiving. It says 20 to 50 on the sleeve. However, when we look up the cam adjustments on the owner's manual, you can see that as you back down the cams a full 8 turns, you can get down to about 10 pounds between 14 and 16 inch draw length. And with our kiddo at 17 inches right now, he's drawn right about 12 pounds, which we confirmed at Cabela's the other day when we took it in to make sure it was appropriately sized for him and get his arrows cut down. Because one of the cool things about this ready to shoot package is that it actually comes with arrows. The arrows have field tips on them, And if you can see here, it comes with these kind of Schwacker style broadheads as well, which is really cool. And it comes with a release. We got this entire thing for 150 bucks from Walmart, which the whole package goes for regular retail at $249. But we happened to get some sort of special deal that Walmart was running, and 150 bucks it was. They had 2 of them. I'm actually half tempted to go pick up the other one and do a giveaway. I'm not sure if it's still around, still available. This was a couple days ago now. But we have had the bow out, shot it a few times, but again, we had to get those arrows sized up for the kiddo. But overall, you know, the let off is 70% and it'll shoot speeds up to 290 feet per second, which obviously you're not getting that on the shorter side of the draw length and the lighter side of the poundage. However, as you get a bigger draw length and you're pulling more weight, you will get closer to that 290 feet per second on your arrows. So a couple other things, the adjustments on this bow is super easy. It took me about 5 minutes to get the adjustments done on both cams. You can see here the 1-inch intervals, and it's set to 17 inches right now. Got some dampeners on both cams here, and it comes with a pretty decent sight. It's a Trophy Ridge sight and Whisker Biscuit, which I think is really awesome for your smaller shooters. I actually still shoot with a Whisker Biscuit myself. It's the kind of modified Whisker Biscuit though. It only has the 3 brushes on it. And then a few things it doesn't come with are a bowstring loop for your wrist and a stabilizer. But at this point in time, the bow is actually relatively balanced. As you can see here, from the way I'm holding it, it's not really wanting to fall forward or do anything crazy. And you can kind of see on those cams how far we have those adjusted backwards. It's important to note, if you were to adjust these on your own, you don't want to go more than a full turn on each cam before you adjust the other cam. And that's largely to make sure that the bow doesn't get warped or out of balance. Beyond that, the ready to shoot kit comes with a wrist guard and the Trophy Ridge, I think it's the Arch X release, which has been really good so far for the kiddo. It's super lightweight, fits his wrist really well. Again, he's pretty small for his age. However, he is a brute. He does gymnastics and all sorts of stuff, so he has all kinds of crazy strength, and he can pull his bow no problem, as you'll see in one of the later videos on the channel. But yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, I think these releases run retail for about 25 bucks, and it also comes with the quiver and 3 arrows. And like I said, they come with field tips, but we had the arrows cut down to 20 inches so the kiddo can grow into them a little bit, but also use them for hunting if he can get up to 35 pounds, which is pretty much the common weight to draw any kind of, or the ability to hunt with a bow for any kind of big game around the country. And let's see here. The last thing is it comes with a couple extra parts. Like I said, these kind of Schwacker style broadheads, which are pretty crazy. A couple extra inserts and the field tips, which are all 100 grain, which is pretty standard, I would say, for a bow about that size. It's probably not going to have a ton of energy, like I said, even at 35 pounds of draw weight, but overall, super pleased with this thing. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best bow on the market for youth. We've been looking at other Bears, the Bear Royale, which retails for 320 bucks just for the bow, which it's ready to hunt, or RTH. It comes with the quiver and sight and Whisker Biscuit and all that fun stuff, but it does not come with the release arrows. So that's, you know, probably close to a $60 value, give or take. You can't find typically arrows in packages of less than 6. So we actually bought the kiddo an extra 6-pack of the same Wrath 400 spine weight arrows for our kiddo, just so that way you'll see in the videos. We aren't using a terribly big target, but he's not shooting too fast, so it's not really damaging the arrows, but we wanted to make sure we had some extra for him. The only thing I would say about this bow that is a bit of a bummer is that it only comes in a right-handed bow. So Bear, if you're picking up on this, I would encourage you to get into production a left-handed model of this bow. It would actually be an amazing bow, not only for youth, but my wife shoots as well. And it would have been a really good option for her even. She's pretty small in stature. She's only 5 foot, and her draw length, I think, is like 22 inches, if I recall correctly. But not really doing the sport growing up. It was an interesting experience for her to get down the mechanics of drawing, so it would have been really awesome to have her be able to draw her bow and not necessarily have to really fight for it. We could really reduce the draw weight down for her to about that 20-pound mark, and then worked her way up rather than getting into a 30 to 50-pound bow, which is what she shoots now. So all in all, like I said, this is the best bow. We've looked at the Bear Royale, PSC Micro Mini, Mission Craze. I mean, there's tons of compact bows out there on the market. However, everything that we've looked at is insanely expensive, or it doesn't have the adaptability for the kiddos to actually grow with. This bow does it. This bow will actually grow with your kids as they grow, and have the ability to go up to full hunting capabilities if they desire, or have the ability to adapt to any other kind of shooting platforms, whether it be competitive with 4-H or just for fun. And so that's what I've got for you guys. Appreciate it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to hear any comments about the giveaway. And ultimately, we're trying to build this channel to get more kiddos into the outdoors. And we want to help you do that by reducing the barrier to entry, which is always the cost, by doing some of these cool giveaways if we can and when we can. And on top of that, bringing you the best products for your kiddos at bargain prices, so that way you aren't breaking the bank to try and get outdoors and help them have the most beneficial experience that they can. So for right now, that's all I have. Thanks so much. Salute the outdoors.